No, you're back again with Don Goettling and Gino Fronti and Team House Real Estate from Troop Realty. Right here in Santa Clarita, we have Tamar House.
Hello.
A.k.a. Team House. And we have Rael Narvell and her sidekick and partner in crime that just absolutely owns it out here. You guys are awesome together. I love watching you guys work.
Thank you so much. It's a joy. We just love our job. We love our clients. We love you guys. It's just an amazing opportunity.
A lot of love in the room. Nice. Aww. Nice. Well, it's easy because you are passionate. Okay, if you're listening, seriously, if you get on Facebook, pull up Tamar or Rael, Tamar House or Rael Narvell, you'll see how passionate they are because they're posting all the time great tips, what's happening in the market, what's going on in the market, great listings, great sales, great advice because they love this industry just like we do, and that's why we love having you on the show.
If you pay very close attention, she'll remind you to go to La Cocina for free food on Tuesday for kids.
Kids eat free. Yeah. Taco Tuesdays, 6 to 9 p.m.
So you valuable tips from Team House. Yeah. Well, speaking of valuable tips, we wanted to get in a little bit deeper today with how you can take advantage of this market because we've heard about all the doom and gloom over the last 6 years. What's beautiful, though, is with this meltdown, there's always opportunities. When something goes down, something goes up. We have a great opportunity because investing in homes has never been better. And I know a lot of you out there, without a doubt, either believe it or not, have equity in your home. There's a few of you. And you have a 401k, an IRA, some kind of retirement fund that is doing nothing. Totally. So we have some opportunities for you to turn that around and turn it into a cash flow. And if you're worried about your investments not doing anything and how can I retire, what if we figure out a way for you to make, which is say, an extra $500 to over $1,000 a month potentially by investing that money? And that's not including your potential net worth down the line. This is real money, real cash flow, and this opportunity is going away.
Yeah, and a lot of times people think they can't become investors. They think it's too difficult. They think it's too expensive. I mean, we were looking at some opportunities. You can get in the door for, I don't know, say about $30,000, Don. Is that about right?
Yeah, and we'll go into some of those details. The key thing, what we want to share with you today and why you don't want to turn that dial is with Tamar House, Rael Narvell, and Don and Gino here, we're going to explain to you from A to Z how you can become an investor, because giving you advice but not telling you how to do it and how to maintain it or what to do with it is horrible advice and will not help you take action. And we're pleading with you to take action today. You can always call us at Don and Gino, 855-DON-GINO, or email us donand, Gino, G-I-N-O, at gmail.com. And we will help you because we will align you with this great team House, with Tamar House and Rael Narvell, and help you invest in a home because it is amazing. So why don't we get into some of those numbers, because I know you had some great property opportunities. So why don't you let me know about those properties, and we'll let them know what the numbers look like for that.
We have some amazing listings. A couple of them that come to mind are one right here in Santa Clarita. It's in Canyon Country. It's a 4-bedroom house with a loft and a little computer niche. It's a single-family residence, and it's listed at $299,000. I mean, Don, Gino, tell us what the prices would be, the mortgage would be on that, and then I'll tell you what rental values will be.
Okay. I'm surprised. I thought Gino would jump on this because he always goes, wait a minute, you're talking 4-bedroom plus a loft.
And a computer niche.
I mean, Gino's done real estate too. He knows this stuff, and that's why we let you.
He's just in awe right now. He's looking at me like, are you sure that's here in Santa Clarita?
Well, that's the thing is, like, you look at these prices, and we were discussing this earlier. It's 50% off the sticker price, right? What we got used to over the last year.
Yeah, since 2002, 2003.
Now, how much gas would you go buy right now if it was $198? I'd go with 5-gallon jugs, and I'd go fill as many of them as I could and put them in the back of my car. Yeah. Well, that's what happened. I mean, prices are probably less than 50% off a peak right now, and financing's so cheap too. It's unbelievable. The best opportunity I've ever seen.
Yeah, these homes are basically 65% off between the decrease in the values currently and the decrease in interest rates. 65% off. So you're talking.
And for ladies out there, this is clearance sale at Macy's. Okay, once a year.
Way to go ahead and put that in perspective. Yeah. You know,
I know that's the perspective of my wife. She always said, but it was on sale.
65% off. That's a lot of money.
Well, this is a sale you can be very proud of because it can change your life. Because I know personally, my father and a lot of people I know are retiring complete because of real estate purchases. He worked in a normal, 9-to-5 job his whole life. I'm sorry, you could only sock away so much money in a 401k. But he was smart enough to invest in real estate, and he did very, very well over time. It's not a short-term investment, but over time. But even better now, you can cash flow it.
Absolutely.
So you're talking about the $300,000 house. What does that mean to you? Give you an idea. $300,000 house, your total payment based on today's interest rate, right around 4.5%, and your APR of 4.615. Gotta disclose the APR. Your payment, believe it or not, is below $1,600.
Wow.
Total. We're talking principal, interest, tax, insurance. $1,600 a month. You're like, well, that's a big payment. Why don't you give them an idea what they can probably rent out that 4-bedroom home for?
About $2,600.
Okay, let me do the math.
And let me say we had it rented out at first for $2,600, so we know it's
immediately.
possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know it's possible.
And that's great. I mean, let me let's see the calculation. $2,600. Oh, okay. See, I do finance for a living. $1,000 cash flow, which is say it's a little less than that for some reason, but really those are real numbers. We're talking $900 to $1,000 cash flow for that property. Now let's make it a little sweeter. Do you have any idea how much net worth you're going to have in 15 years if you own that property?
Oh gosh, I'm sure it's quite a bit.
Yes, a lot. It's a big number. Okay, say you want to, this is for your retirement or for its legacy for your children, whatever you want to call it. We're talking that $300,000 house. Your net worth between your potential appreciation, and this is just 3% appreciation. We average more than that over time in California. And your principal reduction, because you are part of that $1,600 a month, is there. A lot of it goes towards principal. Believe it or not, your net worth on that property, net worth is over $300,000. Over $300,000.
And Don, the piece that was missing to that pie is that was only a $66,000 investment. So
Yes.
$66,000 investment turned into $308,000 in 15 years.
I don't know where you're going to get that
Amazing.
return on your money.
No.
Nowhere.
And to cap this off, and we'll get more into this the next time because you're going to tell them a little bit more about how you can handle this. But what's beautiful is these numbers are factual. Rael, like you said, you did have this rented out, and you guys now own, and you help run it. Am I right, Rael? All Valley Leasing. So you guys actually have the goods on what places rent for, because that's what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's key. These are not just made up numbers going, well, you might be able to rent it out for this. We got the experts in house. We're not telling you it might have this payment. That's what we do for a living. This is real numbers.
Yeah, that's what's really important about this, Don. As you mentioned earlier, it's A to Z. I mean, you can help them acquire a property that you have a listing on, which is very critical in today's market. So difficult to get your offer accepted. So if you can get the investor in front of the seller quickly and help your seller make a good decision as well, and they can capture the opportunity to pick up the property. Sometimes you can even get a renter in there right away before the seller even leaves because you have full control of the transaction.
Exactly.
And I loved how you guys said if you're helping them with a home that's underwater, you can find them a home. They're scared to death, are they not? They're like, what if I...
Yeah, they have 4 kids, and they said, well, our credit's going to be affected, and how are we going to even be able to rent something? And, I mean, I hate to say it, but, 7 out of 10 people, they have a hit on their credit.
Absolutely.
And it's just peace of mind at the end of the day to know that we'll have
Help them
that
with
upper hand, because we talk to our investors, we talk to our landlords, and we assure them they are really good people. They just went through some hard times, and we're just going to help them get back on their feet.
And that's a great point, because people are parenting. You're helping, again, peace of mind. You're helping them, giving them planning, suggestions, solutions, and that's why we love having Team House here, because you guys do give solutions. It doesn't matter whether they want their families growing, they need a bigger home, they want to buy their first home, they want to be an investor, they want to rent out their property, they want to find a rental. You guys have it all. You should be very proud.
We do everything. Any real estate need anybody has, we can help them.
You know what's really interesting that you mentioned that kind of just we grazed right over it, but you don't have to let your home foreclose. You don't have to let your home go away. So when we come back, I want to talk a little bit more about that. There's a new option on the horizon with the rental market being so hot.
That's right. And we have some other examples of how you can turn $39,000 into $170,000. How about that? When we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.